like I'm an athlete that I'm like a very routine.
Yes.
So you have to almost like, how did you prepare that aspect?
Well, we got spanked the year before. That's how we learned to prepare. You know, I mean, we got into the Final Four last year, and all of those things that you mentioned sort of hit us like a Mack truck, and is like, okay, we're not as prepared as we thought for this. And so we did this like literally 2.5 hour debrief after we got beat last year by that other school. We won't.
Oh yeah, I don't know what about.
But all that to say is that after we got beat, we really went through the whole thing from media to sleep to how we ate to the people who came with us and go, what did we learn here? And we had a much more proactive, anticipatory plan going into this Final Four, and that made all the difference.
You know, when I thought you guys had it was, believe it or not, Saturday. When I saw you guys as loose as you were, you know, I was at the game with my daughter, Taylor, and I said to her, these girls are loose. Like, I want you to watch. And you could see those South Carolina girls were running a little tight. Your girls were out there smiling, signing autographs on Saturday, dancing, putting on a show. And I think there's a real difference. I think a lot of people will watch what you did, obviously, and there's going to be a copycat. Everything in sports can be so. But that you kept the girls so loose really seemed like a little bit of a special sauce.
Well, I do agree. As you see the clips of the dance that keeps on giving, you know, however many viral moments we've had with that dance has been pretty amazing. But, you know, it's interesting. That was one of the things I didn't know how to do in the Final Four. And I talked to Holly Rowe and I talked to Muffet McGraw. And I called them and just said, hey, how do people handle the open practice? Because after that open practice that you're referring to, we go have a closed practice where we do most of the preparation. And they both said, have fun, connect with the fans, try to keep your players from the night before off their feet, have them do as little as possible. And so I really just called people and said, I don't know how to handle this. And I just think that they had already put enough pressure on themselves. All year long, I thought, we needed to play light and we needed to play with joy. And I thought their work ethic was not in question, their drive is not in question, but the only thing I thought could hold them back is letting in outside noise or putting too much pressure on themselves. So I felt like that was just an important way to do it. And everything from the dance to autographs to having fun to having Lauren mic'd up at the open practice, I just thought it ended up being the perfect sauce.
What